Hello. Today I'm reviewing a collection of novellas by Stephen King. It is called Full Dark, No Stars. Wahaha, Stephen King is staring into your soul. Wahaha. Anyway, this is a great read. It is probably King's most horrific book in years. It contains 4 stories, or 5 if you buy the paperback, which I have both. The 4 stories in this one are 1922, Big Driver, Fair Extension, which is my favorite, and A Good Marriage. Under the Dome, the book that preceded this one, hinted at horrific elements, and it was a lot like some of King's older work. Of course, The Stand. It didn't copy it, but it did have similar ideas, and I enjoyed both. And it really showed King's side to him that liked to scare people, and we hadn't seen it in a while. And so this one really capitalizes on that. These are stories about greed and fear and murder and revenge and all the darkest feelings that we as humans can feel. And I don't think there are many authors that would really write about these stories or be able to write them as convincingly as King does. My favorite story is Fair Extension. It is the shortest in the book. It's a great revenge tale. There are many great lines in it. I was going to read some of it, but I'm not really sure what I should read because the whole thing is great. But anyway, it is about a guy who feels like his life isn't as good as it should be. I believe he has cancer. I haven't read it in a few months, but I believe he has cancer. And he meets a strange man late at night at a stand by the road. And you should never talk to strange men on the side of the road that you meet late at night. And the man offers to give the guy, the main character, a lead or a fair extension. And pretty much he was going to make his life great, but to pay for that, he has to make the person he hates the most, he has to make their life miserable. Well, the lead character unexpectedly chooses his best friend, he's very jealous of because his best friend seems to have the perfect life, the perfect son, the perfect wife. He has everything that our lead character wants. It's a very good story. It's black humor at its best. It reminds me a lot of an old King book's Needful Things, which is a favorite of mine. I read it in one sitting. Sorry. It's very easy to read. It's very short. Another good one is, well, they're all good, but 1922 is the longest in the book, and it takes place, obviously, 1922 in, Kansas, I believe, or Nebraska, or something out west, It, a husband murders his wife, and he gets his 14-year-old son to help him because they're fighting over the land. The woman wants to sell it. The guy wants to keep it. It's a very realistic story. Another thing on the subject of realism and all that, this book doesn't have many supernatural elements in it, which is kind of weird for a King book, but it just makes the horror it makes it even worse because these are just real people reacting as, well, some real people do. I think it's a great read. It's one of the best, most recent King books. It's very scary, though. At least it was to me. Some of these stories might give you nightmares. It's never given me nightmares, and I'm kind of surprised about that. Check it out today. You should, if you buy the paperback, you could get a 5th story, which is also good, called Under the Weather. It's very creepy as well. Thank you for watching this review, and I hope you enjoyed it.